I hired 3 autonomous AI agents to run my business for a week, and they did something I never thought possible. Welcome back, tech builders. Today, we're going beyond simple ChatGPT prompts and looking at the next major evolution in technology: autonomous AI agents. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly how AI agents think, collaborate, and execute complex tasks without human intervention. As a software engineer who has spent the last year building and deploying LLM applications, I've seen firsthand how these systems operate under the hood. Section 1. The million-dollar question: what is an agent? If a standard large language model is like a calculator, an AI agent is like a mathematician. But how do we transition from a system that just predicts the next word to one that can make independent decisions? We aren't just talking about chatbots anymore. We are talking about goal-oriented software that can plan, use tools, and self-correct. To prove this, I hired 3 distinct AI agents: a researcher, a writer, and an editor, giving them one complex goal. But before we look at their output, we have to ask, what actually transforms a static language model into an active autonomous agent? Section 2. The core architecture: how agents think. To understand how my 3 AI hires worked, we need to look at the classic agentic loop. Perception, brain, and action. The brain is the large language model, but it's wrapped in a system architecture that manages state, memory, and planning. Just like humans, agents need short-term memory to keep track of their current task, and long-term memory to store historical data across sessions. They use planning techniques like chain of thought and tree of thoughts to break down a massive goal into micro-tasks before executing a single line of code. Section 3. The 3 pillars: memory, tools, and planning. Let's dissect the 3 pillars that make an agent functional: memory, tools, and planning. For memory, agents use vector databases like Pinecone or Chroma, converting past actions into embeddings they can query later. For tools, we give them API access. An agent doesn't know the weather. It knows how to call a weather API, parse the JSON, and use that data. And for planning, frameworks like React, Reason, and Act allow the agent to generate reasoning traces and task-specific actions in an alternating loop. Section 4. Behind the scenes: my 3 AI employees in action. Now let's look at my 3 hired agents: Alice, the researcher, Bob, the writer, and Charlie, the editor, built using Crew AI. Alice started by searching RxSieve for papers, downloading PDFs, and extracting key data points into a structured Markdown file. Bob took Alice's research, structured an outline, and wrote the draft. But here's the magic: Bob noticed a gap in the quantum cryptography section and called Alice back to do more research. Charlie, the editor, reviewed the draft against a style guide, found 2 factual inconsistencies, sent it back to Bob for revision, and finally compiled the polished PDF. This multi-agent collaboration happened in under 4 minutes, costing a total of 82 cents in API fees. Section 5. The future of work: multi-agent systems. The implications of this technology are staggering. We are moving from single-agent assistants to complex multi-agent organizations. Instead of writing software line by line, future developers will orchestrate teams of specialized AI agents that write, test, and deploy code autonomously. This shifts the human role from creator to editor or director, focusing on system architecture, goal definition, and quality control. However, this raises critical questions about security, prompt injection vulnerabilities, and the economic impact on white-collar jobs. AI agents are defined by their ability to use tools, maintain memory, and plan autonomously. My experiment proved that multi-agent collaboration can execute complex workflows with minimal human intervention. The underlying architecture relies on LLMs acting as the central reasoning engine within a structured software loop. The future isn't about humans versus AI, it's about humans who can orchestrate AI versus those who can't. If you want to stay ahead of the curve in the AI revolution, hit that subscribe button right now. Smash the like button if you learned something new about agentic workflows today. Which agent would you hire first for your own workflow? Let me know in the comments below.